happening, everybody? It is a Thursday. This is Falcons Daily, and I am CG Craig Green, your host. I appreciate all of y'all checking us out here today. And please make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Please hit that and turn on your notifications so that way when we drop another video on Falcons Friday, you get it in your inbox. All right, folks, let's take a look here at an article, or at least chop it up and talk about an article that I saw. It was from CBS Sports, and Cody Benjamin was ranking the NFL head coaches, and in his rankings, he put Raheem Morris 27th out of 32 coaches. That's right, out of 32 coaches entering 2025, a head coach for a team that had 8 wins and 9 losses that barely finished under 500. He is the 27th worst coach, or 27th best coach in the league, the 6th worst coach, I guess you could say. How is that possible? I mean, Cody Benjamin, we're going to ask the question, but the answer is obvious. And obviously nothing personal, Cody Benjamin, just professional. It's all love. But, bro, you are full of it. You're full of S on that one. Raheem Morris is not one of the worst coaches in the NFL, not by a long shot. Again, how this man was ranked, his own players give him an A+ grade from the NFLPA. So number one, you got that going for you. Number two, the players again seem to love him and play hard for this man. And number three, they ended up winning more games under him than they did under Arthur Smith in one season. So I couldn't call him, the 27th best head coach in football. There's no way that there are only 5 coaches in the league worse than him. You look at the rankings and you definitely can call a little BS on it. So here's some coaches that were in the rankings that were ranked ahead. First, before we get to that, let's get to Cody Benjamin's reasoning. Mr. Benjamin put in a paragraph about Raheem Morris. He said, for a team that was supposed to be a quarterback away going into 2024, the young Falcons have a lot of questions after Morris's situational calls contributed to another non-playoff season in Atlanta. If Michael Penix Jr. delivers under center, the tides could turn. Yeah, I agree with that part if he delivers under center, but also it's also on the defense as well to do their job. The offense has to do theirs. Everybody's got to do their job. Koo or Lenny Craig, whoever it's going to be, has got to make kicks. So if all the things do fall into place for Raheem Morris, of course the Falcons could have a much better season than Cody Benjamin is predicting. But I think it's going to be, I think he may be having a little bit of crow here. So again, let's take a look at the coaches that were ranked ahead of Raheem Morris, okay? Number 23, Dave Canales, the head coach of the Panthers. Oh boy. Again, the Falcons beat Carolina pretty handily the first game. Second game, they lost them in overtime. But again, remember, the Panthers were 5-12, okay? 3 games worse than the Falcons. How is he better than Raheem Morris? Ben Johnson, first-year head coach of the Chicago Bears, was previously the offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions, has not been a head coach of the NFL. How is he better than Raheem Morris? Number 25, Jonathan Gannon. Come on, dog. Get the hell out of here. Are you serious? 12-22, his career as a head coach with the Cardinals. Jonathan Gannon has won 12 games. Raheem Morris won 8 in his first season. Jonathan Gannon has won 12 games in 3 seasons. And Liam Cohen, the first-year head coach of the Jaguars, coming over from Tampa Bay, being their offensive coordinator. Again, not been an NFL head coach. How is he better than Raheem Morris? You're just throwing things against the wall to see if it sticks, my friend. So again, nothing personal, Cody Benjamin, but that's a big steaming pile of BS if I ever saw one. Next up, y'all, was looking here at the free agent wire, and I'm still looking at ways that we can improve the Falcons, and I still think we can use a little help on the defensive line. What about a guy named Taven Bryan, who's someone who got mocked to the Falcons a couple of times back in 2018 when he was drafted into the league. But we decided not to take him that year. So instead, he was drafted by the Jaguars with the 29th overall pick out of the University of Florida. Has bounced around a little bit. He played with the Jags first 4 years of his career, and then he went to Cleveland, and it's been the last 2 years with the Colts. So, I mean, not exactly a sack artist here. I mean, in 7 seasons of football, he's got 11 and a half sacks, 24 tackles for loss. I think and 34 QB hits. So, maybe a guy who can eat some space, maybe even push some of our younger players if we decide to give him a look-see in camp. I don't think it would hurt. Taven Bryan wasn't making ridiculous money either. Why not give him a shot? I mean, his last year with the Colts, his base salary was $1.745 million. Okay, that's nothing. That's a drop in the hat. And when it comes to NFL dollars, I know. To you and I mean, $1.7 million may change our life. But for an NFL football player, they're looking at that like it's just finding, I don't know, $20 on the street or something. So, but yeah, I think Taven Bryan would be someone who could help us out. He's 29 years old. He played a decent amount of snaps for the Colts. So he's not an older guy. He's not an expensive player, and not really a huge injury history too. So why not kick the tires on him, see if he has some juice in the tank and wants to play for Atlanta, and maybe even help some of his, again, folks who saw him playing with Jacksonville, maybe they'll just come on back down to the South and see him play there for Atlanta. All right, now we got training camp coming up in 1 week, y'all. A week away. The rookies are going to report on Wednesday the 23rd. But next Thursday at this time, all the players will be in the building. And what are the biggest concerns that some of you have about training camp? Make sure you put them in the comments and let me know. We can talk about it in the 7 days leading up to it. But for me, biggest concerns really is just depth when it comes to certain positions. Center is 1, defensive line is 2, and inside linebacker is 3. I would say wide receiver is 4. I think we could use a little bit more juice. I mean, again, Keenan Allen's on the street. Amari Cooper's on the street. Who else is on the street right now? DJ Shark is on the street. So, I mean, these are guys who you could call up and see if they can give you a little punch in that wide receiver room. But again, I think it's just depth. That's my biggest concern right now, making sure we've got enough strong players at some of our weakest positions to make sure that we turn those weaknesses into strengths. Outside of that, a little bit worried about Koo. I just want to make sure he's 100% healthy. He is. I don't want to see neither him nor Lenny Craig have to leave the team or lose their job. But, Koo has been so reliable, and he's been money for us over the last couple of years. So I would love to be able to see us carry both of those kickers with Koo as the K1, I guess, PK1. Never even knew there was going to be a depth chart for kickers, but hey, here we are in 2025. So again, those are my concerns right now. Tell me what you guys are concerned about, if anything, when it comes to the Falcons and how they're entering training camp. And again, please continue to sound off in the comments and leave leave me something in there to ponder and to think about. Again, the best ideas, the best questions will be put onto the show and will be presented to the rest of the Falcons family for us to chop up and discuss. So y'all have been doing a great job of that. Thank you all for tuning in and engaging. I really appreciate it. So while you're there, please engage with FanArchCo, FANARCHCO on social media. And me, I'm at Craig G Sports, CRAIG, the letter G and the word sports. Please give me a follow if you'd like. And also make sure you give this channel, Falcons Daily, a follow as well. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Enjoy your Thursday. And we'll be back on Falcons Friday with a whole lot more. Sayonara and buenos noches.